Alvaro Bautista's on that, riding basically Dovizioso's old bike, his bike from last year.
He's here.
And he, like you said earlier, he's fighting for his career. But
I don't know what they found with that bike, but it has been... Bautista's a great motorcycle racer, and it'll be a shame to lose him. He's had his chances, a lot of people would say. But really, all of a sudden, it can't surely be the fact they've pinned the P45 to the board, could it?
No, it's not that. It's not that. Like I say, I've spoken to the team. They found something drastic, and it's made a huge difference. And from the moment they found it in a test, the issue with the bike, they've not had a problem. He went from literally battling for like 16s to being inside the top 10 the last how many races? I mean, he's been in the top 10 the last 4 races, I think.
Lorenzo's going to be using up his massive knee sliders here, isn't he? Triple size knee sliders because you're lying on that left-hand side so much. It gives you cramp. You're on the left-hand side for so long here. Getting on for 40 seconds.
Oh, Rossi's got
him. Rossi's got him, you're right. Rossi's gone past Lorenzo.
I wonder where that happened.
That's got to have been a mistake by Lorenzo because he's dropped way back, or Rossi's forced his way through. Big grandstand of yellow here. I'd like to see where he did that. Was that a mistake by Lorenzo, or did Valentino sneak one on him?
I'm trying to work out where that could be.
Here we go. We're going to find out right now. It's going to be on the fast bit, isn't it? It's got to be a mistake, surely. Yes, it was. Front end moved. That's exactly what happened to Assen when we saw Valentino Rossi ram the rear end of Lorenzo. If you wonder what it was when they came together massively at Ramshoek at Assen, it was because Lorenzo lost the front end and gave Valentino to go, and there is no reaction time for something like that.
He came round a little bit, I think.
Big black light coming out from behind when he decided to spin it back up from outside as well. Lorenzo got straight on the gas. I reckon if that had been a front end slide, he would be going backwards at this point now because he'd have no confidence in it and wouldn't be too happy to be throwing that in at the turns. But it doesn't look like it has been. There's nothing worse than a front end going off, and that's what I think we're going to see more of. I reckon the rear tyre, they'll be able to manage that. What worries me is the edge grip on the front tyres, particularly here. Turn 11, Ralph Boldman curve. Marquez clearing off though. It's looking for his 9th consecutive win. Sorry, Neil.
No, it's all right. It's about a second lead, as you can see there at the bottom. And when he comes over the line, he'll be pleased to see that. I still don't think he's pulled the pin, Marquez.
I think he had to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point, isn't it? Says it all. It still is. Point 988.
Whoa, Lorenzo!
Oh, hello, Jorge. I'll have a bit of that. That's not what the doctor ordered. You can have a bit more of that in a minute as well.
I tell you, Lorenzo came from quite a way back there. That was
good to see.
Yeah, really good
to see. Sorry, Valet, to say it, but it. Come on. Jorge Lorenzo, teammate to Marc Marquez next year on a Honda. Well, 2 reasons. One is he's up against Marc Marquez on equal machinery when the bike's built for Marc Marquez and so's the team. But the other side of it is Ducati's coming good.
Yeah. And you only had to hear Alberto put to interview with Gavin. When Gav asked him what's so dead, his will to win every day, every time he goes on that motorcycle.
How many times have we seen it? How many times have we seen it? And I think in qualifying as well, he was on the back foot. And he all but crashed the bike at turn 3 on his fastest lap and still got pole. That's the kind of man he is. Right out front, it is Marc Marquez. This is Alvaro Bautista on the 19 bike, just about to clout Dobby with the old machine. That'll go down well.
And it stays, Keith, at 0.9 of a second the lead.
He's controlling it.
How funny, Lorenzo. The old fox went really defensive then. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Once bit, twice shy though. He knew what's happening. Lorenzo on that fast Ducati, he's getting out the last corner, and he's pretty much leveling Valentino by the time he's getting to the braking zone. That's why Valentino positioned his bike more to the middle of the track. So Lorenzo then tried to go around the outside. Obviously, there's no way around.
Lorenzo's using a lot of back tyre. I'm seeing a lot of black line coming out the back of his Ducati on the tighter corners, and that will use up that medium tyre. He's running the same rear tyre, I think, as Rossi. So we look at the gap coming down. Yeah, but that's in that sector, I2. I think that is the key here, is it's the overall lap that we should look at really. It was 0.9 at the line. See if it's 0.9 at the line again. Ducati versus
When was Yamaha's last win, Keith?
19 races ago?
Yeah, 19 races ago.
It's
Incredible.
the longest drought they've had, isn't it?
Yes, it's around about 2002.
It is some massive amount.
Yeah, it is.
I'll just consult.
It looks like he is. Valentino Rossi's closing this down. Look at that. 0.9 over the line.
Yamaha riders have not won since Assen last year. That's 18 successive races, so you were right.
Fastest lap of the race. Number 46, Valentino Rossi.
Come on, Valet. That's going to get them on their feet around the world, that's for sure. Rossi chases Marquez. Now that is a battle we all pay to see. Rossi, 21-7 as the... Do you know what? This is like the old Yamahas. As the fuel load down, the bike becomes more like the race bike that they want. We've heard it so many. He just have been biding his time, waiting for that fuel load to go down. Now we're going to see, when Marquez comes round and sees his board and it tells him that it's now 0.6, it was 0.9 last time, so he's actually gained,
0.4 of a second round here is a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
2.2 miles round here. Rossi. Oh, and how much would Rossi, let alone Rossi fans, want to see this man's run at the Sachsenring be beaten up by VR? Oh, wait for the fireworks to go off everywhere around here.
Well, 11 laps to go, Keith, and then we're going to find out. I'm just shocked at all these Ducatis, how well Ducatis are doing here. Incredible, isn't it?
Gav's just sent up some news just a moment via our television gallery here. Rossi was going to go for a soft rear and he changed on the line for a medium rear. He might be glad he did that. And great information. No Chev anymore.
No shock to hear this. Guess who's just responded? Number 93, Marc Marquez has just set the fastest lap.
Oh, Bautista got past Dobby. Dobby forces it back. Sorry, it's...
I think you called it, Keith. He's on his pit board, 0.6 of a second. Mr. Valentino Rossi's closing you down, and Marquez has gone, okay, I'm going to have to go into 6th gear now.
I think that's going to end badly if they manage to get together around this track, Sachsenring. There is so much room for error here.
And look how Marquez has pulled it.
Oh, and now he's spinning the rear up. Yeah, now you're getting a bit of sideways action. Yep, you are. Marc Marquez responding.
You could almost imagine the ship to shore, the messages, the text messages, them saying, okay, you can go now. There's 10 laps to go. We'll let you go. As in, you can give it full power.
It would have said on his dashboard, number 46 following, because the text message that you put in there, and that will have been enough. Meanwhile, Bautista's having a ride of the year for him.
Yeah.
He's round it all out on the marbles, goes Vinales. Dovi is now the second in that little troop. So Bautista has gone ahead into 5th place. Bautista and Vinales are the men behind. Sorry, Dovizioso and Bautista are the men behind. Over the line. What is it now? 1.2. He's lit the fuse, hasn't he, Marquez? Or rather, Valentino lit it and Marquez has responded.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're seeing.
Now then, it's going to be about whether this man can get it on the podium now as we get into this race. His fitness and whether the tyres are up to it. On the Ducati, will he be able to hang on in there? Lynn Jarvis in the middle there, managing director of Yamaha Racing.
What's going to be interesting for Lorenzo is, I think what's going to work for him is he's got Danilo Petrucci behind him, so he's on the same motorcycle. Danilo's a much heavier rider.
Uses tyres.
Yeah, and it's one of his big complaints. We used to see it actually with Danny Pedrosa on tracks where there was a lot of tyre wear. Because he was so light, he gained an advantage.
I just worry about the fitness side of things, I really do. It's something that Jorge, if you're trying to put all those pads all over your tank and everything and trying to compensate for the effort you're having to put through your arms. And I think we were having this conversation earlier. I think you were commenting on my muscles, or rather the lack of them. It takes years to put muscle on, and you can't just build it up over 6 weeks or so. Look at 19 Bautista. I feel so good for Alvaro. I've got to say, 19 Alvaro Bautista on the Angel Nieto Ducati, the old one. Karel Abraham is his teammate. Abraham is back in 18th place, just outside the points. But to see that team right up there is just a delight for me. Marquez a consecutive,
fastest lap,
1:21.6 this time. He's increased it to 1.6 seconds over Rossi. You know what?
Yeah, and
that's enough muck with your head.
That's 0.4 of a second faster than Valentino Rossi in 1 lap.
Rossi will have already given it what he can. And he's not... The thing with Mark is he's been quite clever here, because you don't want to give Rossi just that extra sniff, because he'll find something, even at 39 years old, he will find something extra to try and ram it up the inside. Marquez knows that. He's decided, okay...
You're so right, because that's what he did. He saw that it went down to 0.6 and he thought, right, I can't give him any more, I've got to go now.
And he did. Still, we got Bradley Smith in 10th place. A good ride from Bradley on the KTM, that is. But all eyes are on Marc Marquez. Drops down the Ralph Waldman curve, down towards turn 12, my favourite bit of the track. It goes from a path to a motorway, doesn't it? By the time you get to turn 11, it's massively wide. Oh, there's Vinales on Dobby. Dobby's having a proper struggle here this week, and he's just not looked himself.
Do you know what? He looks slow.
Yeah, he does.
Dobby, the way he's sitting on the bike, it's like he can't lead. Look, you see that into there? He can't tip the bike over. I don't know what... You know, it's almost like he can't get maximum lead.
Well, before you know where you are, he'll be getting a bath mat for his tank as well. Bath mats are in, you know, at the moment. Everybody's getting them. Have you noticed around the paddock? There's a lot more of them.
And that's what this paddock's like. We used to say it as a family, me and my mum and dad, when we did schoolboy motocross, whatever the fastest rider was doing at the time, and if that was like you had a yellow peak on your helmet, everybody had to have yellow peaks on the helmet. And no matter what, that was the lowest level, schoolboy motocross. You come to the highest level, MotoGP,
still doing it.
Right. Do you know what? I walked up and down pit lane today. You want to see riders' handlebars, Keith? Everyone now, it's like they've got motocross bikes. There is no kink on the handlebars. They've all got straight bars, because that's become the fashion.
Well, it's not just a fashion, is it? We heard...
Necessity.
Yeah, necessity, absolutely. To ride like this man. And the leathers manufacturers have had to come up with where the leathers flex, so you can actually move to the position that you need to if you're going to do a Marc Marquez. It's not just a case of set of leathers anymore like it used to be. You sit on the bike and stick your knee out a bit. Nowadays, everything's got to flex massively. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to put yourself in the position to get the kind of lean out of your body that this man has dictated is the new way of doing things. Hard on the front, soft on the rear. It's almost contradictory, but it is the way Marc Marquez has got it worked out. We have 6 laps to go then of the German MotoGP Grand Prix.
And that was his tyre combination for qualifying. That's what he set his fastest lap on, with the hard front and that soft rear. Hey, Petrucci's coming.
I think so.
Petrucci's definitely coming.
You're right.
Look at that. 0.5 of a second in one lap. He's now point...
it's less than that. Oh! Lorenzo just made a big mistake into turn 1. Maybe his tyres are gone because Petrucci's there and Petrucci's going to put a pass on him.
Wait till you see the onboard of that. And we will. I mean, it was a racing incident, but Lorenzo sweeps in front of Petrucci and wipes the front of his bike.
Well, he's got form for that. Remember, he took out Pedrosa. If you go back to Jerez, was it? Just trying to think where it was when Pedrosa was going for the line and Lorenzo came after he made a mistake and came straight across him and collided with each other.
No, that was it Dobby? Yeah, Dobby was coming back.
Dobby, sorry, you're right. It was Dobby coming. Yes. Yeah, and then Lorenzo got batted out as well.
Oh, that's why. He's higher left, has he?
That's why.
And this is the story of the race. Number 99 Lorenzo was pushing, and he's cooked his tyre. He can't tip it in.
No,
look at this.
He's miles off the line, and Petrucci's going to get him here because we saw Marquez do it before. Oh, you know, he's not. It's close. They could both end up in that 13 pit.
What happens when you...
If he does it again here, Petrucci's going to be up. Petrucci, that would be something a bit special. Bautista could still have...
Team really well, the Angel Nieto team. That was the Aspar team. They are really underfunded.
It's known to continue.
Yeah.
Is So, Sepang International Yamaha circuit. Oh, hello. Turn 11.
Tapi ini lebih cepat. Cepat TV.
Down at 12. He's through.
Bautista to be the next in line.
Well, nobody would have done at the beginning of this weekend, that's for sure, under any circumstances. Alvaro looks for the inside. Jorge Lorenzo, if he runs it on wide here, Alvaro will take it.
He can't get it stopped.
He can't, and he can't get it turned either. Bautista doesn't make it through as we look back at them. Still, Marc Marquez is there in third place. Vinales. This is Bautista. Bautista on.
Seconds, Marc Marquez's lead from Valentino.
They want to give up now, don't they?
Oh, they want to give up now. But also you want to give up because you're so tired. You've been at maximum heart rate for the last half an hour.
And it's hard work being on the left-hand side for all that time. You get cramped.
You do get cramped. It's awful. Let me look at the lap times.
Let's wait and see what happens at the bottom of this as we get to Ralph Walton curve, turn 11. Now we drop down the hill. Watch for Alvaro Bautista. I don't think he's going to be able to do it from that far back either. Lorenzo's been good on the brakes at the bottom of the hill here. He runs it out wide. He runs it out wide. Can't quite get under him though. Bautista. Still Petrucci with Vinales there. He's always got a bit of late race pace as Vinales, but I don't think it's going to be good enough this weekend. 3 laps to go then of the German Grand Prix. Is it the last time they race at the Sachsenring? Rumour we go to the Nürburgring next year. This place is perhaps not the safest.
Lorenzo.
Oh, that's it then. Through goes Alvaro Bautista again at turn 1. That is done and dusted. Alvaro Bautista goes 5th. What a ride for Bautista this is. The number 19.
He's had a really good run recently. Being inside the top 10, he's had a few 9th place finishes, but this will be by far his best result of the year.
It's his 149th MotoGP. The 33-year-old Spaniard. Never had a win in MotoGP. What Vinales does.
Yeah, he's point limit.
Vinales is quick down here. We saw him already riding passenger with Petrucci. Doesn't quite manage to do it. That turn 12 comes up so quick after you've exited 11, doesn't it? They pick up the pace down there, dropping down the hill. Yeah, massively fast.
Yeah, 180 miles an hour down the hill to 12.
This is 13, onto the front straight. 2 laps to go. We're on the penultimate lap then. Changes, what will they be? Bautista still in 5th place, but if these two come together, Bautista can find himself on the podium. Up into turn 1. Place at the moment, Marc Marquez is 3.4 seconds in front, still picking up. Time Marquez on this battle, so Rossi is safe. There in 2nd place, but Petrucci, that is riding and had nothing left.
No. Nothing he could do about that at all.
Vinales goes through. But to be honest, with the way that motorcycle is beginning to squirm about, he might actually settle for 4th place. Marquez has 2.2 miles to make it 9 out of the ring. Over the line he goes. Rossi's safe. In that 2nd place on the 46 bike, but then the one for the inside. Petrucci will try and get by him at turn 12, I reckon.
Yeah, and he'll have that extra horsepower. If he can get drive through 11, he's got a chance.
We'll wait and see. We're at Omega. That is turn 3. Then it's moving up the hill to that difficult turn 4. No runoff here at all. And then you come up and over the hill. You're waiting to get on the throttle, but you can't because there's no grip left at all. And then you start dropping down the hill. This is Valentino Rossi, 2nd place man. Half a lap left to go then. The place is going to be on fire. It's Marc Marquez again. Surely It's looking so good.
Yeah, it's an absolute. The way he was riding, and when he got to the front, he pulled the pin.
It's his 48th pole. That means 48.5% of the Motor Grand Prix starts that Marc Marquez has had. He started from pole position. He surely will win. We look back at Valentin. Marc Marquez.
TV online.
Coming through to the final line. Over the line.
Tulis di Google TV online.
Again, 9th place from Petrucci, 4th, and the older Ducatis. Alvaro Batista, a great rider, 5th. Jorge Lorenzo hangs on for 6th. Andrea Dovizioso, his teammate, only 7th. 8th is Danny Pedrosa. Johan Zarco, who's been off the radar since Le Mans virtually, gets 9th.